Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Come on in, family. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. If you did not, please do so. And if you're not part of the family, go ahead and subscribe. And guess what? Share the live. Make sure everybody knows that we're on. If you have not done it, go back and do it. I'm looking. And let's go.
It's a beautiful day.
Here we go.
My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along?
Hey, how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing this evening? Today is Wednesday, you guys. Today is Humpback Day. Thank you guys for showing up. There's a lot of people in the chat. I just want to see who's all in here. Tracy N, Zena, Soldier Girl, Tracy, Lisa Taylor, Sanja Watts, Diane is here. Come holler at a sister. How are you doing? I know I'm early, you guys, but I was testing some stuff out. So just bear with me. Nancy LaRose, Jesse Staten is in here. Good evening to you. Marsha Poole. And we got Polly. How you doing, Polly? And let's see who else. Alvira, how are you doing? We got 51 in the chat. You guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. If you did not, please go back out, hit the thumbs up as we're waiting and coming out. We're not waiting, but we're getting through some things. We got Mary Ann is in here. Miss Dee Dee is in here. Zena, Lisa Calhoun. We got Connie in here. How you doing, Connie? And I think, let's see here. Ruby Turner. Then we got Tommy. Hey, Tommy Baker. Tommy Baker. How are you doing, Tommy? And then we got Lily. Lily is in here. Hey, Lily, how are you doing? And then we got Rhonda Langley. How are you doing, Rhonda? Woke the God is in here. Alvira. And if I miss you, Tina Powers is in here. There's Tina Powers. And let me see if I see anybody else that I know that I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Misty Blue. How you doing, Misty Blue? I see you in the building. And I'm just making a good reference real quick. And we got Sanja Watts in here. We got Valerie in here. How you doing? We got two Valeries in here. We got Valerie Montgomery. And then we got a Valerie in here. How you doing? We got two Valeries. How's that? That's good. Janet Dunbar, how are you doing? There's my girl, Janet. Wanda Bellsme, how are you doing? Rhonda and Wanda. We got a Rhonda and a Wanda. All right. I'm seeing everybody that I know up in their house. Diane, you guys, we're going to go over some things. We got Shauna Griffin. How are you doing? Shauna Griffin is in the building. And then we got Amari Baxter. Amari Baxter, how are you doing? And then we got a Linda Taylor. She says, hey, everyone. How's everybody doing? Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building, you guys. If you're not a part of the family, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll wait on you for just a second to go out there. And if you share, please share the live. We got Michelle Carter. How are you? Curl Small is in the building. Nancy says she shared. Thank you, Nancy, for sharing. I gotta get some more. I gotta go out and do a little bit of shopping. Lisa Taylor's in here. How are you doing? You guys, we're gonna go back over the Codibigsby case because I think there's some stuff that we're missing. Hey, Gloria, how are you doing? I think there's some stuff that we're missing that, we done heard pretty much from the people with the boots on the ground down there, and the police have not came out with another press conference. And I was looking over the press conference today, and I have been very, very busy. My phone been ringing off the chain, you guys, and I've been ringing other people's phones too. So there's a little bit of, shaking going on, but none that I can speak on right now. STEM Convo. Wow, I finally caught a live. Hey, how you doing? STEM, how you doing? Nice to see you in the building. Welcome on in. Connie says, I'm doing good. SP still recovering from surgery, but should be out of the hospital next Saturday. Well, good. God bless you. Glad that is. Curl Small. She says she shared. I didn't put out the invites. Freddie usually put out the invites, and she was busy doing some other stuff today. And like I said, I got kind of busy with some phone calls. So, you guys, we're going to chat a little bit. And she said, great, I just found your channel a week ago. All right. Well, welcome on in. Make a friend. Welcome in and make a friend. We come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 p.m. Central Time. That is our allotted time, you guys. So let's speak on the Codibigsby case. I haven't ran no promos because I'm actually working on something. I tripped on learning how to do something that I can come on while something is showing on the side, and I'm hoping it works. I thought about it. I tripped on it one day. We were on the live, and I was like, maybe that'll work, but I didn't have time, you guys. I've been really exhausted. Like I told you, my client is still sick, but they're getting better. So therefore, as they get better, I get a little bit more, rest. Pisces Princess in the house. Freddie, no worries. Don't worry about it. She said, just get that ring, girl. Just get that ring. Okay. That's what you do. I didn't have time either, but, I didn't have time because I was busy. I was occupied. But I will talk to you later about some of that. Anyway, so I was telling you guys this yesterday morning that, we have already talked to all the people that the people that will talk to us or spoke on the Codibigsby case of what they knew, what they seen. There was our eyes and ears down there. So we got a kind of understanding of what's going on. And, we're still keeping Cody's picture out there for the awareness. We're still making sure that, people's not forgetting him. They're going on. There's other cases. You guys, they got a case that's in Indiana. I know you guys all heard about it. I'll speak on it because people want me to speak on it because they keep sending me these links. And I'm like, they already said that the child that they found in the suitcase in Indiana is not Cody. So they don't want people calling them saying, hey, do you think it's Cody? And people were saying, well, they described Codi. Well, only thing that they described was an African American kid aged between 5 and 8. Codi is not between the age 5 and 8. Codi just turned 4. Just turned 4. So this kid has to be a little bit bigger, But the one thing that they wanted to let people know, that if there is a missing child in the database as the National Missing Children or Missing Person database, don't call them with a tip thinking that they're not doing their job. And you know what? I understand what they're saying, because I've got some clients, and the one thing about my clients is they know my job better than I do, but they have to have me there every day. You know what I'm saying? I get paid very well for what I know, and I'm not saying that they don't know my job, because, it is their family member, so they have to learn it. But I mean, I did go to school for this. I've been doing it for like 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, well, did you check this? And did you check them? And did you check that? Or did you check that? You know what I'm saying? So I get the frustration sometimes when you're asking the police to go check something that they have already checked. You guys understand what I'm saying? It is now 5:00, you guys. So let's get into the topic. So first of all, I want to go back, and I hope that I've got the video. And if I have to pause it in the middle of the video, you guys know the reason why we pause it, because we don't want somebody to say, you just took the news video and you just put it to yours, which we can do. It's just, we don't want people to say that's all we doing. That ain't all we doing. That's just not all we doing. So I want to go back over some of the information. And there's the one video, I'm going to show it first. And they did a press conference when this makes me sound like I can't even hear what I'm saying. So you guys, thank everybody for sharing. Thank you, Dee, and thank you, Diane. Thank you, Dee, Miss Dee Dee. So what happened? So anyway, so the people that's down there, they're getting threats that people are reporting them, and they're harassing and they're stalking, and nobody wants to be labeled as harassing somebody or stalking somebody. So they need to just kind of just sit back, you guys. Get it? I understand it. Sometimes a lot of this is not built for everybody. And it all depends on how you maneuver around things. You can't just say anything or whatever. But I thank them for doing whatever job that they have done, and they related to us. So kudos to the ladies that's down there that are not only has, but they say they can continue to look for Codi and whatever that they can do. But you got to remember, they got family down there, they got careers, and so that we don't want them messing up stuff. So you definitely don't want someone that has something like I say more valuable, or just say they consider valuable, to mess up what they're doing, because a lot of times you may not find what you're looking for, and then you done messed up your whole career. So if you got somebody on the team that feels like, hey, I might be in a bad situation, making a mistake, you probably need to just lean back. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't harm to get out there with your stick and go look in the bushes. Shana Blue is in the building. How are you? Shana Blue is in the building. Welcome back. I was talking about you earlier today, Shana Blue. And I did have some questions. I don't know if you want to come up here, but that would be great if you did. That would be great. But anyway, you guys, so some people they don't, that's just what they do. But it's weird because anytime that you're talking about this baby that's missing, the family get all mad. Then they start pointing fingers. You did this and you said that and you did this wrong and this, that, and the other. And all this other stuff. You guys understand what I'm saying? So, who knows? Who knows? Who knows what's going on? So, anyway, hey Janice, how are you? How are you, Cherie? Cherie's in the building. Loving God is in here. Ida is in the building. Jean is in the building. Okay. Miss Tina is in the building. How are you guys doing? Okay. Thank you guys for showing up. I want to share this video. Hopefully it'll show. It's on the Wave channel. They did when they did the first press conference. First of all, let's go over a little bit of the case, because that's what we're here to do, to conversate about what's going on, what we know, what we don't know, what now that we had or somebody said that didn't make sense, that now we understand it. Okay, we just can't get information and then just you know what I'm saying? So first of all, we know that without a doubt, Corey somehow on January 31st woke up. He says allegedly at 2 a.m. in the morning, he woke up. Codi wanted to go play in the snow. Okay. Remember that. Codi wanted to go play in the snow at 2 a.m. in the morning. And Corey told him to go back to bed. Corey went and laid down on the couch. Okay. The reason why I want to go back over this, because I'm going to start showing you some stuff that either it's going to make sense to you or not make sense to you, or now it's going to answer some of your questions. Because every time I turn around, people's like, I'm confused. I don't get confused because a lot of people put stuff in there that doesn't add up. I mean, it's just like if you're making spaghetti. If you make a spaghetti, you make a spaghetti. But if you put a pineapple in the spaghetti, it's still spaghetti, but the pineapple don't belong in spaghetti, okay? It belongs on pizza. But anyway, so now you can take out what don't belong there, because first we've heard one thing and then we hear something else. Let me put this share on here. I mean, not share, but this invite. Let me copy it. Because people's like, if you want to come up, this is not the panel day, but I am requesting Shanna Blue. She wants to come up. She can come up. That's who I want to talk to. I want to talk to her. Because I got some questions. I just got questions. But anyway, you guys. So, and let me put this up on the top if I can. Oh, it ain't letting me. It said it ain't letting me. What are you doing? Oh, golly. It does what it wants to do when it wants to do it. Thank you very much. Nothing is really working for me right now. I don't know why it is not working. Oh, it's going to lead me to the stream. See, people be like, I can't find this. I can't find that. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, I pinned it up there. Oh, Shanna Blue is in the building.
Hey, SP.
How are you?
Good. I couldn't stay long tonight because I have another meeting soon, but I did want to pop in and just see what you guys were discussing tonight.
Well, we were discussing, we're going to still continue to discuss the Codibigsby case. And so there was some things that after I went back over all the lies, that I had to ask some questions, and I had to ask you.
Okay.
So the first question is, now on one of the lives we were talking, and not even on the live, but in a personal conversation, you said that the mother had the children. Can you elaborate on that? Do the mother have the children, or
So
what's going on?
I don't want to say as if I've spoken with the mother or anything like that. That's what I was told. And I think I had made that clear to you and on the live. That's what I was told. Um, Law enforcement has not made a statement one way or the other about the other children, other than to say they are safe.
Okay. So, okay. So you saying you heard that. So when you made the statement, that's not something you knew. It was just allegedly.
Correct. And I had said that on the live as well, that there is someone that I know that is close to the family. And so that's who had been informing me about certain details that I spoke on, and some that I didn't, that I just spoke on with you in private conversation. But there were some that I shared, on the live. With respect to, again, my whole position is, we take a look at what Corey has done, and a lot of people have a lot to say about the mother not saying anything or what the family has done, but it's all a distraction off of finding Cody. I agree that certain things in looking for him, yes, you need to, check certain things out, but other things, no, I don't think they don't have anything to do with finding Cody.
So you don't think that if there's other family members missing, you don't think that has anything to do with finding Cody? If they literally
I don't
other
know
family member missing?
I don't know what the backstories are about the other family members, because I haven't asked, and that's not anything that I have looked into. That's things that I have read in the groups, that I saw in the groups about the father or the grandfather or the aunt or someone else being missing. There was a flyer that was shared, but I haven't personally asked about or looked into other family members being missing.
Okay.
So, not saying that they're not related. Just saying that there is a lot going on with this baby being missing, and it's all over the place. What I would honestly like to see is someone take on some sort of, I don't know, leadership or something, come together collectively and pressure the police to continue to give updates and give them a timeline for those updates. Okay, you guys are saying, now we're 3 months into Cody missing. What is the next step? What update can you give? Because it's obvious Cody doesn't have anybody speaking for him from either side of the family. He only has the community of people that have come together to speak for his behalf, to show up in court and things like that. And I believe that these people, the community, deserves updates as if they were the family. If it was the family will be updated every time they call, every week. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so that's not being done with Cody. Um, and I think a lot of people are getting very wrapped up in what the family is doing and what they could possibly be hiding. I feel like law enforcement has already told us without telling us what actually happened to Cody. So now we have to put pressure on them to either go ahead and show proof that that's exactly what happened, because you couldn't come and tell me that you think my child is not with me and I don't say
You
or do
don't you
anything
don't
about it.
think you don't think that they told the mom that the child is presumed to be deceased?
Yeah, I've been told that they have. And so, the mom has made it clear with her actions that she's not going to speak out right now for Codi. And so if the community is taking a stance with doing that, then what does that look like? You know, does that look like putting pressure on the police that has the evidence to say that this is what's going on? Now give us an update other than telling us when he's going to court. You know, that's public information, but give us an update on the status of this case and where you guys are headed with this case. And I know with my position, a lot of people, I've read the comments, they think I'm siding with the mother. I'm not
Well,
necessarily siding with the mother. I'm just saying that, you know, she's not perfect, but ultimately Codi went missing under one person's responsibility or control. And neither side is doing what we think is normal behavior or acting normal.
okay.
So our focus just needs to go back to, if it's going to be about Codi, let it be about Codi and put pressure on the police. Start pressuring the police to give more than what they've been giving, to give weekly updates, whether that's via the media or however, or to the community directly.
So, I wanted to ask you, are you related to the mother?
I am not. A lot of people think I am. I'm
Are
not
you
related.
are you friends with the mother?
I'm not friends with the mother.
You don't know the mother? You don't know the mother personally?
I do not have a personal relationship with the mother. I don't know her. She's not my friend. She's not my family member. Again, and I've said, and I think it wasn't clear because it was a lot of back and forth on the other lives, but I did state that I am friends with and know of someone that is close to the family.
So have you spoken to the mother?
I have not spoken to the mother.
Are you crying? So do you think that, okay, because we were looking at you know, the mother on TikTok publicly dancing. What did you think of that?
I was on that live and I expressed how I felt about that. There are 24 hours in a day. That was a 2-minute clip. Again, I'm going to err on the side of that could be a part of her grieving process. Would I have done it? Probably not. Just being real. But do I criticize her for making TikToks? No, I don't. I don't see that there's anything wrong with her doing a TikTok. I don't have the context about how she, you know, if she was sitting there crying about Codi and someone said, "Hey, I know you love to dance," you know, because we've heard she likes the go-go. We've heard that from the sister and other people. So I don't know if someone, you know, in the privacy of their home say, "Hey, I know you like to dance. Get up and let's do this TikTok, girl." You know, I don't know that. I'm just not willing to criticize that so harshly over 2 minutes. Now I'm being told that there's several more TikToks and there's other questionable behavior. I agree with everybody. She's not grieving or displaying grief like most of us may, you know. But I don't know her or know her character to say, you know, that that's just bad on her end. You know, that's just 2 minutes of a day. At the end of the day, Codi was not in her custody. He was in Corey's custody, and whatever happened to Codi happened under Corey's watch.
Okay.
You know.
Do you know Corey? I mean, did you
I
know Corey personally?
No, I did not know Corey personally.
Okay. Okay. Somebody's asking a question. Have you asked why the family won't talk about Codi?
I have asked. one of the reasons was because of things that had already been said about them, and things that were said on social media before she really had time to process what was going on with her child, and that mostly she was more concerned about the 3 children that had come from Corey's home, that she was trying to take her focus and place it there because those children were grieving. So I kind of took that into perspective. Again,
What children are grieving?
the 5-year-old and the I think it was the 2 or 3-year-old twins.
But she don't have the kids.
I don't know if she has them or not.
Oh,
Again, I'm gonna be clear. That's what I'm being told.
oh.
You understand? So these are reasons, so to speak, for her not saying anything, is because she has other children. She's going through it. I personally, as a mother, I don't know. I just know if that was me in that situation, I'm going to speak out.
Okay. There's a question in the chat, and I had the same question also. So I know a lot of people have spoke and said that she dropped the kids off 2 years ago. Is that what you're
Again, that's not what I was told. I was not told. I was told it wasn't 2 years ago. So
it wasn't? Well, how long was it?
I was told it was, so we're in 2022. I was told it was during the pandemic, but during like the spring time.
Oh.
And so that would have been last year, right before he went missing. That's what I was told. I have read and I have heard Team Codi people, when they came up and spoke about their research that they have done on it, and they've done extensive research. They said it has been 2 years. I don't know.
I don't know about 2 years if they had a picture or say the last time that they have looked at this child. Mark says, looking at his life, I guess they have took it all the way down to the last photo was in June.
Correct. And I was told that he had the children prior to that photo. Not a year prior, but a few months prior during the spring. I don't know.
Because when we were talking about this this morning, and we were sitting there saying, okay, if she dropped these kids off 2 years ago, the twins are 2.
Correct.
So that would have been, she dropped these newborns off to him right, with a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, or no, I'm sorry, with a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, right?
But how is that possible when that those 2 years pushed them back to actually living together? They were actually living together based off of what I was shown, that someone searched far as a previous address with them living together in Norfolk. And then there's a picture circulating with her holding one of the twin babies and Corey sitting right there. It's her, Corey, and Codi in a photograph. So you're right. If we were to take that back 2 years, that would mean the babies were newborns. I don't know.
Okay. So we're just putting everything together and basically clearing the stuff up that, like, we had heard that she was in the military. Nobody seen her picture. Well, her picture was out there, but people were scared, like, oh,
it wasn't a military picture though, was it? Because
no,
I'm told she was never in the military. And I've heard people say without a shadow of a doubt that they know for a fact she was in the military. But that's not what I was told. So again, I don't know about that. I do know she's in healthcare. She's not a LPN, RN, or doctor, but she does some sort of healthcare type of work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that tells us that she has to have some type of mindset to be taking care of other people. They just don't let people that have, disability mentally to take care of other people. That puts other people in danger if they can't function or understand right from wrong, or, uh, you know,
Correct. And that's why I believe more of what I was told was that she dropped the children off with the understanding that they were going to stay for a couple of weeks, and then she would be picking the children up and they were going to vacation. I've heard one of the things I had heard was that they were going to possibly be vacationing in Disney. And so when she picked them up, they were going to keep going to Florida. When she come to pick them up, he disappeared with the children. That's why I say what I'm being told logically makes more sense than some of the stuff that I have read. I don't know for sure. I'm trying to piece together the information as I'm seeing it and as someone is telling me as well. Um, so that's why I say, with her in the TikTok, if that's something she is doing, and if she honestly and genuinely dropped the children off with the understanding that I'm coming back to pick my kids up and then all hell breaks loose, I have a little bit more understanding of possibly her behavior, if that makes sense. But again, it's weird. It's different. It's not what I would do.
Right. Right. Well, then, and I asked
SP, I lost sound. Hold on. Let me try to come.
So you guys hold on. We're going to watch those two videos. I think one of the videos is 7 minutes and the other one is like 3 minutes. So just be patient. We're just going over SP are the searches for recovery. They still ain't said, but I'm gonna share some with you on one of the videos that Mark had put out that I don't think nobody picked up on day one.
Mm-hmm.
Where was we at? Heather Griffin is asking, was she homeless when she split from Corey?
I don't know. I've seen things again that people have researched saying that they were evicted out of one of their homes in Newport News. And then if you follow what they actually pulled up online, her next address is in Washington, D.C., and that's the same address of some of certain family members. So it's possible that, she was homeless in terms of she didn't have her own place and she was living with family.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we could see. But again, I personally don't know that answer to that question.
Okay. Let me see. I know you got somewhere to go, so I'm trying to think real quick, and I'm trying to read this as I go. I don't feel sorry for the adults. So how was she? Okay, so I remember we were talking, and I said, well, why did she not report the child that he ran off with the child? With her children, 4 children. I mean, even though he's the father and you go to pick your kids up, You don't just go, okay, let me just go out of town without my children. Why
Right.
she didn't why she didn't report it?
That I question as well. I mean, the story that I was told, it makes a little bit of sense because I have experience with how Virginia operates with regards to that. The children were not in school. There was not an official custody agreement, and that she did contact law enforcement. She contacted child protective services, again, allegedly. Let me say allegedly, because some people be thinking this is what I'm being told, that she did contact those entities, yet she was given a lot of pushback and reason. One was she would have to go to court and establish custody, um and some other reasons. But
Yes.
I don't think, this is not her first time down this rodeo either, with a child being taken from her from the other parent. Um, so I don't know if I wholeheartedly believe that she did everything that she could have possibly done. Do I believe she got a lot of pushback from Virginia? Absolutely. Just because of how the statutes and the laws are set up. If no one has custody of the child, what they typically do is determine where the child is registered for school at, and then wherever that is, that decides which child gets to remain with which parent.
Right,
Being
but that's neither here nor there. If somebody takes your kid or your children,
Mhm.
you're not saying we're gonna settle this like in court right now. You go give me my kids back because they're his kids also. No, not I'm not saying, hey, go get my kids, but any person would say, hey, look here, I don't know what this person is doing. They done moved. At least go find my kids, get a good well check done. And they do that. They cannot deny you to go check and see. That's just like if you drop your kids off
Mhm.
with your grandmother or whoever. Just saying. I know it's not the same as the parents' rights, but I'm just saying. And they get up and move, and you may have signed something that says they are the they have a guardian over your children or whatever. You can still ask for a good well check done. And I
I
haven't heard that was done.
I had recently, and I think I spoke with you about this. I was recently dealing with a situation in the city right beside Hampton, which is Newport News, when a family member and I actually called to do a well check on a baby. Not my family member, but another person's family member. They were trying to get custody of this baby because the mother is on drugs and got some stuff going on. um, we tried then to get a well child checkup, and the Child Protective Services, or DSS, told the family member there was nothing that they could do, that they could call and try to see if the police would do it, and the police would not do it. So there's a problem in that area, and I hope that this case will help bring some change in rules and legislature.
I
it
don't know.
I
I don't
it
know.
it, it happens.
Well, well, I've never seen, like, if there is a custody battle or you lost custody of your children, they don't come out or check. But I guarantee you, if you call 911, if you call 911 and say, hey, I dropped the kids off with their dad, and I mean all four of them,
Yeah,
and
she didn't, from what I'm told, she didn't call 911. She called like the non-emergency
why would it
number.
be not a not why
Right.
would it be
I
a
agree.
non-emergency?
Exactly. Now, I would be a little bit more
That doesn't
pressed
make
about
that doesn't make sense to
that.
me,
That
Miss
part
Billy.
doesn't make sense. I would be more pressed about it.
Four kids, you drop your four kids off at the baby daddy,
And
and
he
this
up
is
and
not an
leaves.
emergency, and he up and move, and you don't know
Right.
how to reach him, you don't have his phone number, you don't have an address, you don't know if if he just took your kids across the county, the United States. He could be somewhere and in I don't know, in Africa somewhere. You don't know, and you're not going to call 911 and say, "Hey, this man is military. They can fire him like that." And I'm gonna tell you something. 911, you call and say, "He took my children." Now, I'm not saying go get my kids, but I want to know
where they're at. Correct.
What's going on? Is my kids okay? Somebody's calling. Hold on.
Okay.
SP.
Hey, SP, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Who's calling?
This is Savannah. I'm calling from Florida. I had a question for you. Have you seen the child that they found in a suitcase
No.
in Indiana?
Nobody's seen. What do you mean?
Okay,
Seen?
well, it's all on the news, and the chief of police there mentioned Codi in that. And I was just trying to see if you had looked into it.
Oh, I did look into I did look into it and make some phone calls, but they're saying they don't want people calling saying, "Hey, is it Codi?" It's not Codi.
Right. So it's not him?
That's what they said.
Okay, because I thought they said they haven't identified him at all.
They haven't identified him, but they're saying it's not Codi.
Oh, okay. SB, I just want to let you know you're doing a great job. I hope they find him safe, and we're just gonna keep praying.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, SB.
Right. And that's weird that they're saying, they don't even want people calling in saying, "Hey, is it King Hill? Hey, is it the West Boys or whatever?" Because they're already looked in their database on the children that's missing, and they're saying, "No, it's not them." They already doing that, which, But anyway, back to what I was saying. So the mother made a non-emergency phone call to the police.
That's this is what I'm told, that she contacted the police. I don't know if it was non-emergency, because I did ask, was it 911? And again, what I know from experience, if you call for an emergency, they will follow up. When I asked, was it 911, I was told no, it wasn't 911, but that she did make contact with law enforcement. Strange behavior. I've said that from the start. Very, very, very strange. Not anything I would do as a mother. However, I can see where she could get pushed back if she called the non-emergency. I recently helped a family with that, with regards to a child they're trying to get custody of. And I saw the pushback that they have, and that there is an issue down there when it comes to child safety in Virginia. Now, what did she do to follow up? With her being in healthcare, I'm pretty sure she would have the mental capacity to know to follow up and do it in a different way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So and someone in the chat is saying, well, there's two things. So someone's in the chat saying the non-emergency calls are logged, so they are also recorded also.
And she says she has proof of that she called. She's saying she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then someone's in the chat saying, please note that you are what you stand for. Someone in the chat
was that for me?
No, I don't know. I was reading something. They didn't say me, you, or anybody. They just I just wrote a comment. Sometimes some comments just shoot out at me. I'm not looking for a particular name or anything, because it's just it's too many in here to just try to figure out, like, oh, I'm gonna just read their comment. I'm just trying to. There's certain questions I wanted to ask you, but then, and I thank you for coming up here. So there was one other thing And so was it that, didn't you say when she came down from Washington, she came with an attorney? That's what you said, Miss Blue.
No, that's what you guys said about from the news thing, that she came down with an attorney, and she did have an attorney and also a private investigator looking into.
No, that's not what we said, because we didn't know nothing about that she came down with an attorney.
Yeah, it's in the new it's in the news reports.
No, when I asked you, you said
No, go back and listen. I didn't
okay.
say it was that was the last live with the rest of the team up there. And they said, yes, why is the whole family lawyered up? Why did she come down with an attorney? She did come down with an attorney. But at that point, she had already spoke, or police had already made contact with her.
I remember you saying that they had to bring her in, like, kind of lead her in, because she was scared. This is not just the last live. This is like 2 lives before there. But because she was scared, so they had to escort her in because she was scared of the sister. You don't remember,
I
that
didn't.
conversation?
No, I didn't have that conversation with you about her being scared of the sister or being escorted in or any of that.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to show me where I said that.
All right. Okay. Well, we done cleared up some things. I will go back over there and we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it and clear that up, because I'm pretty sure that's what was said, because I was like, she got escorted in by the police.
No.
Why would
I've said that the police did contact her, because people were saying it took her 2 hours to drive down, or however many. It took her a long time to get down there. And my thing is, the time before she got down there, the police had already made contact with her in DC, where she was at. It wasn't that they waited for her to get to Virginia to tell her what was going on. Now, far as the details and everything that was going on with the case, I can only assume that at that point she was filled in when she got to Virginia. But she had already made contact, or the police had made contact with her prior to getting to Virginia. So I never said anything much about Corey's sister and her being afraid of her or any of that, because I don't know the dynamics of their relationship. So I wouldn't have spoken on that. I didn't speak on that. So maybe when you go back and listen to.
Okay, I'll pull it and see what it says. It might be locked down, but I'll go back over, or have somebody go back over it, and we'll get just exactly what's said, because everybody's like playing this word game, and then they say, "Oh, I didn't say that," and I'll be like,
well, no, I know absolutely for certain that's not our conversation. But I did speak on or rebut it against the question about her. Why would she have an attorney? That's not really all that strange to look at her having an attorney, because at some point they did try to say that she had something to do with the baby, or it could be possible. Because they named both of them initially. If everyone would go back, they did say that the parents were people of interest.
Right.
Within the first day or so. And then once that was cleared up, people's making a big deal about her coming to Virginia with an attorney. Well, before she even came to Virginia, you got to remember, she was also a suspect. So it wasn't uncommon for her to have an attorney. That was the conversation.
It's kind of uncommon to have an attorney when your kid is missing, and then they call you, and the first thing you do is go get an attorney. That is kind of strange. But
it would be strange if she wasn't a suspect. She was a suspect
well,
in the
she didn't know
beginning.
she was a suspect until they she wasn't a suspect. You know, she's a parent first.
Mm-hmm.
She's a parent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk to you. Your child is missing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not thinking I'm a suspect because my child is missing. You're thinking, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. At some point, you have to think that they made her aware that she was a suspect because they made it public that both of the parents were people of interest. They made that public. So how she came into the knowledge of that, I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem like everybody was making it like it was unusual for her to have an attorney. I was making an argument. It didn't seem that unusual to me because she was a suspect. You know what I mean? So that didn't look unusual to come here with an attorney.
But okay, so I'm wondering like, okay, so if she's not an RN and she's not an LPN, but she is a home health aide or CNA or whatever, and they make pretty much probably minimum wage to a little bit above, maybe I don't know what the minimum wage is down there, but maybe a little bit above. They do make okay money. So I'm wondering, so with you already, being, evicted out of your home and trying to get settled and having a place, so they call you and now you've got an attorney that quick. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, because it would not be unusual for her to still have, the same attorney within the early stages of it. She was a suspect. She was a person of interest. I won't use the word suspect, but she was a person of interest. So that part of it, that doesn't seem unusual to me.
Okay.
Now, how she got the attorney, if she could afford the attorney and all of that, I don't know. I don't know if one had been offered to her because she was a person of interest and she could have gotten one through means of free counsel. I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that it doesn't seem unusual to me for her to have an attorney, coming down to see about the children. And then also it could have been in her mind, she wanted the attorney so that she could get her children, because once they said that they were persons of interest, the children immediately went into custody of the state or of the police. And that was according to Mark Talbot, saying that they had the children. So I don't know if that's why she came with an attorney. Because once the children are with the state, they are then assigned a guardian ad litem, which is a fancy word for an attorney for the children. So the children have an attorney. The remaining children, the twins and the other baby, they have an attorney. So I don't know why, but it doesn't seem unreasonable. If any.
Hello? Can't hear you. Anyway, so the phone call, she got info. She was the suspect. She hurried and called her lawyer and drove down to VA. Yeah, that's what she's saying. We can't hear you. Anyway, she answered the questions. Okay, she's coming back. She's coming back.
My connection was gone, but I really have to go here in a second because my other meet is starting. But yeah, I hope I answered the questions you had. Okay, cool.
You did. I'm gonna pull the video. Like I said, I don't edit anything. Because you'll see if it edit, because it'll skip or pop or whatever it does or whatever. And we'll replay that on Friday. Just to see what was said. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that, but I could be mistaken. But I appreciate you coming back up and still speaking on the Codibigsby case. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. It was good to sit with y'all, and I'll pop back in and see the replay towards the end.
Right. Hopefully nothing happened where we have to shut it down.
I hope. Well, this is a nice platform. Don't nothing be going on.
Well, sometimes we just have to because we just don't. We just,
Mhm.
we sometimes we just have to talk and we have to come together and get where we're going and an understanding of what's happening and it's just really not for everybody because
Right.
you know uh some people are getting sick behind this case and they don't need to probably hear it.
Yeah,
So,
that's unfortunate. I've been praying for those that are really, deeply involved, and everybody. I encourage everybody doing any type of searching, activism, advocacy to your mental health and your peace comes first. So make sure
right.
you take care of that. But otherwise, thanks for having me up, and I will catch the rest of it a little later this evening.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Go ahead, caller.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, SP. This Tammy. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Because I'm dealing with something, that
Mhm.
legally.
Mm-hmm.
When someone tells you, like a crime, your child missing, something's been done, the first thing you as a mother, normal behavior,
Mm-hmm.
you're not finna get an attorney
Right.
because you're not saying
right. You can yeah.
you can do it if you want to,
Right.
but I'm gonna tell you because I have looked into mine, and I will discuss that with you when you get time to talk and tell you what I found. But this whole thing here with her, this whole thing is, I'm just gonna say this: you cannot. A mother's reaction is not dancing, being happy. Okay.
Right.
Period.
Right.
A mother's reaction is not gonna be that. I don't care if you're nervous. People nervous, they might laugh when they're talking or something, but that's no.
Right.
And as far as this attorney thing, you want a lawyer, get a lawyer if for some reason they have something
right
on you
right
to make you a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to be careful. You getting a lawyer, you want to be careful what you say and what you do.
Right.
And I'm going through something, and so I can attest to
right
say
right
this because
right
it touches me to the level of how if she hears me,
right
if she has cut the off radio, cut the channel off or whatever,
right
I have found that people, even in my case,
Mm-hmm.
willing, it doesn't matter what kind of job they have, who they are.
You're right.
And even friends are willing to lie for a person when they know the truth. They're willing to do anything, when they're close to the family.
Right.
That's what I'm going through that now. So when you got all these like you hear me hesitating because I don't want to say, like
right.
just start saying things,
right.
without this and that. I question why.
Right.
It's always because that's a sign to me, and even me doing it and keeping it real, that I'm trying to figure out how I'm saying this, what I better say, what I better not say.
Right.
And If any anger comes behind that from her, then I, personally, I don't care because I'm in the midst of something.
Right.
And one day y'all will hear about it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I am.
Okay.
And so I can hear these triggers,
right.
These little and these behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the courts are now saying that they have been talking about this over a decade. Right. And some people are studying under, I don't know the lady name, that they are trying to get people that's can pick out certain, like when you're speaking, like, detecting you lying,
right?
Your movements and all of that.
They already have people. That's why sometimes people don't want to be seen, because they can tell by how their actions are, how their demeanor. They're chewing. They're biting their nails or something, or they just rock. But like me, when it's right. It's deception. Somebody in the chat said deception. Salem says deception.
Thank you, SB. You said everything else I needed to say. And
all right.
I'll talk to you soon as I can.
All right. Thank you.
All right. You take care. Everybody else take care. Hello, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, you guys, I want to get to these two videos. The first video is, matter of fact, let's just go over one video real quick. Let me pull that video. Hopefully I'll pull it right. You guys know I don't do this too often, but the first video was January 31st. Corey had just called in, said his child is missing. Codi is missing. They take him down there to the station. And while they're at the station, they did a press conference. So I want you to pay attention to something. First of all, remember, we didn't know at the beginning that Codi asked to go play in the snow. Well, they're right in front of where the house is. And like I told you guys before, there was a little bit of snow on the side of the house where it didn't, but there was not no snow. And then, so if people didn't realize that, pay attention to that. But the most thing I want you to pay attention to, on the first press conference that they had at the house, when there was a question asked, was there foul play? Did they expect foul play? They find any evidence in the house of foul play? And Chief Mark said, no comment. The third thing is, when they got done talking, he had 3 officers to the right of him. He had 3 officers to the left of him. And when they all left with their heads down. And not only that, Chief Mark said, we know on the 31st, you guys, he did not say down the road. He said on the 31st, we know when he called in that child being reported. We know it didn't happen when he called it in. They knew from day one. It did not happen that day. Now, the reason why I wanted to share that with you guys, they already said on January 31st, we already know whatever happened, it didn't happen that day. So that tells you they got information, or they got evidence that shows it did not happen that day. Okay, I'm going to try to play this. Here we go. Let me see. It says, oh, Lord. Let's see, Hampton.
Behalf of 4-year-old Codibigsby. We received a call about 9 o'clock this morning from Corey Bigsby, who is the father of 4-year-old Codi. Mr. Bigsby said that he woke up this morning and he found that his son Codi was missing. Mr. Bigsby said that he searched his home and he looked all over. His son was gone. He was nowhere to be found. Our officers responded to the residence, which is located adjacent to me to my right. Our responding officers searched the home again, and we were also unable to find Codi. There were other young children inside the home. The other kids are safe, and they are with us right now, along with Dad. Codi is an African-American child. He is about 3.5 feet tall. He has a medium complexion, and he's believed to be dressed in all black, and he may be wearing Spider-Man flip-flops. We immediately contacted several of our partner agencies. Many of them are represented here. We've called every resource, and we have every resource out here that we can think of to bring Codi home safely. The FBI is here assisting us. Hampton Fire is here assisting us. We've had helicopters and airplanes and drones out here, and of course, we're searching on foot as well. We will be working until we find Codi. We do not feel that there is any danger to the general public at this point. If that changes, we will let you know. We've received numerous offers of support from other members of the public. We do not need assistance here at this time. What we do ask the public is if they see something that they believe could be related to this case, that they reach out and they call 911. We ask the public to share Codi's photo on social media, and we ask them to spread the word to all of their associates. Any questions?
Chief Talbot, is there any, you said there's no reason to believe there's any danger to the public. Is there any reason to believe there's any danger to Mr. Bigsby Codi?
We are searching frantically for Codi. We obviously are concerned given the resources we have out here. So we really want to find him.
What is the latest investigation? Have you all found any surveillance video and death cam footage that they received?
We don't have anything more about the investigation that we can share at this point.
How's the mother been cooperating? You said obviously the father's been cooperating.
We have spoken to Codi's mother.
Has she been cooperating?
She's spoken to us and given us the answers to the questions that we've posed. We don't know.
Somebody has a ring camera. Is that something you're interested in this time in this general area?
We are interested in any video that anybody might have of something that they believe could be related. We aren't.
Now, family, first of all, he did not say that the mother was cooperating. He said that the mother is answered the questions that they had given her. He didn't say the mother was cooperating. Okay, just make that clear. You got to sometimes read between this stuff.
Aren't convinced that it happened at exactly when we found out about it. So if anybody out there believes that they have video or information that could be related to Codi's disappearance, we want to see it as quickly as possible.
What's the explanation for the gap in time between the kid was last seen and when the father reported it to you all?
The child was reportedly asleep, and when Dad woke up, he searched for the child and said the child wasn't there.
Does Codi live with the father full time? Does he live with his mother full time? How's that?
Codi lives with his father.
Has Codi ever walked off before or
We don't know. And if somebody who lives close or is aware of the family has that information, we would like to know.
Okay, I want to address that too, because there has been other people that said, oh, Codi walked away before and was reported at the manager's desk across the street or whatever. Right here at this time on January the 31st, they saying they don't know. So I don't know how anybody else know that information. Like they asked the people and they shared it with them. I'm surely don't believe that's so, but I just want you guys to listen. And like I said, please make sure you watch how all these officers walk away after this press conference. It speaks volume.
Wait, the 911 call, it was the father?
Cody's father called us, yes.
You get spelling on the father's name?
Cory. I don't know. No, we will search until we find him. We will be here until then.
Is there any indication you might be with outside the family member, aunt, grandmother?
There's no reason to believe that he's with another family member.
Was it time about play in the home, or is that
I don't want to comment on that.
Did you hear him asking, was there foul play evidence found in the home? And he kind of hesitated. He kind of stuttered and said, I don't want to comment on that.
The dad was home and there were other small children in the home. I'm not sure how many.
father been cooperating, Joe?
So far, Dad is answering our questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So I wanted you guys to see that. And he didn't say, oh, yes, the mother's cooperating with us. He didn't even say Cory was cooperating with them. He said the same thing that he said about the other one. I wanted you guys to always look at things back, because we get mixed up and confused and people tell us something and then we say, where did we get that from? Just like we just had a little conversation with Miss Blue. She came up here. She said, I didn't say that. And I said, well, I remember. I think you did. I mean, she said, no, I didn't. And I'm thinking, well, who did I have this conversation with? But nevertheless, you guys, that's why we do have everything recorded. So we can go back and look at it. And I say, okay, I'm sorry. I thought you said it. But we will be back Friday. I'm going to stop it there. We're just going to go back over the information. We do have another video. And, well, absolutely. You see, there was just little frizzies of snow. You guys seen there was not no snow for him to say, oh, let me go out and play in the snow. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Sorry. Oh Lord, this thing that had me on, and nobody didn't say nothing, and they said no sound. Okay, only thing I said, you guys, was it was sad how they walked off. They walked off like, it was just sad. It was just sad, and it's like he said, I don't know if you caught it. He said that all he knew is when he was reported. That's not when it happened. Did anybody hear the chief say, all I know is when it happened, when he reported it missing, that's not when it happened? That's on the 31st. If you guys did not hear it, this video be up. Go at the end of it. You ain't got to look at the whole video. 1 to 1 hour and 10 minutes. You guys still can't hear me? Oh, Lord. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. You guys still couldn't hear me. I turned it on. I don't know what's going on. I hear Mark Turber's voice in my head all the time. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, did you guys hear Chief? I just call him Chief because saying his last name is a tongue twister for me. But Chief Mark say when he reported the child missing, all he know it didn't happen at that time. Did you guys hear it? If you didn't hear it, you have to go back and listen to it. Did you guys hear it? I don't know if you're saying you hear me now, or did you hear it? Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so put a 2 in the chat if you heard him say that all he knew was when he reported it. That's not when that's not when it happened. He said that's not when it happened. So what I'm trying to say to you guys, okay, yes, go back and listen. What I'm trying to say, thank you, Clarice Polk, for being a 10-month member. Thank you. Can you listen to this? A caller says some real good info. What? Okay. So, and if anybody got anything that they want me to share up here, you can always send it or whatever. And I will listen to that. Thank you for sending that to me. I will check it out. I'm pretty sure I probably already seen it, but I will go back over it. Just tell me what you want me to look for, and we will. Can you play it one more time? You guys want me to play it one more time? How he know when it happened then? Exactly. Someone called and said things dealing with the kids in January 11 was pointed out. Do y'all want to hear it again? Oh, I'm sorry. I deleted it. I'm sorry. Y'all saying, yeah, I would have to go and pull it. I never saw that press conference. Chief has always told us everything we need to know. Just need to listen. Y'all want me to play it again? She said, y'all saying, please play it again. Okay, hold on. It's gonna get a little dark. Natasha, thank you for the super chat. Let me see. You got another ticket that we need to start working on. Okay, I got you, Tasha. I'll go and get it. Hold on. Let me get Natasha fixed up here. Here's your ticket, Natasha. Oh, let me make it so. Here's your ticket right here that you're working on. 9384. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Let me go and find that same video. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. Let me give you something to look at. You guys chat with each other. Well, I'll go try to pull it real quick, okay? Hang on. Okay. I found it, you guys. I found it. Here we go. We're going to do this and then I'm just going to go. I found it. Hopefully I found the right one because, hold on. Okay. Let me share. Share. Hold on. Who's Baby Boo? Okay. Somebody's doing too much. Okay. Here we go.
Nowhere to be found. Our officers responded to the residence, which is located adjacent to me to my right. Our responding officers searched the home again, and we were also unable to find Codi. There were other young children inside the home. The other kids are safe, and they are with us right now, along with Dad. Codi is an African-American child. He is about 3.5 feet tall. He has a medium complexion, and he's believed to be dressed in all black, and he may be wearing Spider-Man flip-flops. We immediately contacted several of our partner agencies. Many of them are represented here. We've called every resource, and we have every resource out here that we can think of to bring Codi home safely. The FBI is here assisting us. Hampton Fire is here assisting us. We've had helicopters and airplanes and drones out here, and of course, we're searching on foot as well. We will be working until we find Codi. We do not feel that there is any danger to the general public at this point. If that changes, we will let you know. We've received numerous offers of support from other members of the public. We do not need assistance here at this time. What we do ask the public is if they see something that they believe could be related to this case, that they reach out and they call 911. We ask the public to share Codi's photo on social media, and we ask them to spread the word to all of their associates. Any questions?
Is there any reason to no reason to believe that engagement with the public? Is there any reason to believe there's a danger to
We are searching frantically for Codi. We obviously are concerned given the resources we have out here. So we really want to find him.
What is the latest in the investigation? Have you all found any surveillance video and death cam footage that neighbors may have found?
We don't have anything more about the investigation that we can share at this point.
How's the mother been cooperating? You said obviously the father's been cooperating.
We have spoken to Codi's mother.
Has she been cooperating?
She's spoken to us and given us the answers to the questions that we posed. We don't know.
There's people are making surveillance video. If somebody has like a ring camera or something, is that something your division is interested in at this time? Just in the general area?
We are interested in any video that anybody might have of something that they believe could be related. We aren't convinced that it happened at exactly when we found out about it. So if anybody out there believes that they have.
Did you guys hear it? Did you guys hear him just say that? Yes or no? Family. Okay, it's at 4:03, so let me Let me go back a little bit. Let you guys hear it again.
He found out about it, so.
Oh,
if
hold
any-
on. Hold on. Go a little bit.
We aren't convinced that it happened at exactly when we found out about it. So if anybody out there believes that they have video or information that could be related to Cody's disappearance, we want to see it as quickly as possible.
What's the explanation for the gap in time between the two?
So I'm not going to play the whole video because here's the thing. You guys heard it. You heard it, right? So my question was going to be for you guys today. That was on January the 31st. He said it right at the beginning. We don't believe it happened when it was reported. I'm paraphrasing it, but that's what he said, you guys. You know what I'm saying? So what gave them, and we're going to just talk for a little bit. It's 6:20. We got 10 more minutes. She said, I heard it this time. You guys can always go back over it and look at the full one that we did before. But what would make him say that on January the 31st? We believe it didn't happen when he reported them. What would give him any inkling that y'all been missing? You just don't. Okay, you got him downtown. He's talking. Why would you think right then? Because your kids are with you. So they haven't spoken to the children, or maybe they have because they're just not going to have the kids just running around the jail cell like that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say, hey, let the kids go over here. And they could have talked to the kids already. Still say it had to be the kids. I think it's because of what they didn't find in the home. Absolutely no school, no snow. A lie in the story from the beginning. There was no trace of Codi in the house. Even if there's no trace of Codi in the house, they still don't know if him being a dad and got 4 kids. I'm not saying it don't happen. There's men that take care of kids, but it's very rare that they have custody or have their 4 children. So for him to say, we don't believe that it happened when we got called. So I want you guys to think about that. When we come back Friday, we're going to discuss it. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm just thinking, this is just my belief, is something had to trigger them to say, maybe when they brought the dogs in, the dogs smelled death. And you've been staying in this house for this apartment for 2 months, 2 years, and you smell death. But what would make them think that, well, when we got the call, we don't believe it happened when we got the call? See what I'm saying? Plus had to say over and over, because in India said that they called Richmond police. Okay. No cadaver dogs came day 1. Yeah, they said that the cadaver dogs was there. Why would they not bring out the cadaver dogs? Oh, how do you cadaver dogs? We have to see when the cadaver dogs, but something picked up the scent in the van. Only rescue. Well, someone had asked the chief police when they were in that town hall meeting. I think that's where I heard it from. Now, don't quote me on that, but I thought that the dogs, when they asked them, did they only have the rescue dogs? And I thought that he said, and like I said, don't quote me. Sometimes I just remember, but I don't know where I remember it from, that both dogs was called in. Both dogs was called in. Only the rescue. Kay says only the rescue. Okay. See, that would have been a good question to ask Chief Mark. That would have been a good question to ask Chief Mark. See, these are questions that, when they do speak, or we could ask them a question, because I think there's going to come a time that we can ask questions. So February the 12th, the cadaver dogs came for the first time. Why would they not call the cadaver dogs the first time? I mean, day one. They called the FBI within 2 hours. See what I'm saying? Kay says February the 12th. It was K9s because that's the label of the truck that brought it. Said police K9. Cadaver dogs came for the jacket. Well, well, how do you know the difference from a cadaver dog and a canine dog? How do you know the difference? I mean, a cadaver in a rescue. I'm sorry. Cadaver in a rescue. Hey, this is SP. Hello. Only the rescue. Kay says only the rescue. Okay. Hello. That would have been a good question to ask.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, this is Bailey from Springfield, Illinois. My question is, Miss Blue keeps saying, I was told, I've been told. Is she being told by a family member or someone in that family? She keeps saying that she's not related, but she keeps sharing personal information about the mother. It makes me wonder, is she involved with this family indirectly but won't come out and say she is, but she keeps on saying my source. She keeps talking about a source, but she's not saying who the source is, but she's getting this information. Where is she getting this information from, and from who is she getting this information?
Okay.
It makes me wonder, because she also stated, and I agreed with you, she did make a statement about the baby being missing, or the mother and the court issues. She did say what she said to you, because I don't miss your show at all. I make a point of it. She has said a lot of things that's contradictory, and I just wonder, what is her true involvement with that family?
Okay. So I'm writing that down. You want to know what is her true involvement?
Correct, because she keeps saying, I was told, I was told. Who is she being told by?
Right. I wrote that down. You want to know where she get the information and who?
Right, because it's not making sense and it's not clear. Then she becomes very defensive about when the Codi team asks questions. She gets a little defensive. And I've worked with children and family services in Chicago for over 20 years. And I'm just curious, some of the things she's saying is not quite true. And I've worked in the judicial system. I had a cousin that I was not able to reach. I called the Texas police. They went and did a well-being check and went to his house and had him contact me. That's why I'm saying some of what she's saying is not quite clear to me. And where is she getting this information? And then she'll fall back and keep saying, well, my sources, I was told. Who's telling her this? Is she getting it from a family member? Because she appears to be awfully close to this caller that seems to be attached to this family. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not quite clear as to where is she getting this info from. And she's not telling you or the team members, but at the same time, she's super defensive of this mother. I got no problem with that. It's apparent the mother's not going to come out and say anything. Okay,
Right.
let's just be clear. The
Right.
mother's not going to come up and say. And then where is this woman that was at court yelling and screaming about the Holy Spirit and the Holy Ghost told her that he was alive? She hasn't come out and said a word. I think the attack should be not just the mother, but there's list of all these relatives. If you know where they are or who they are, start bringing them out because somebody knows something. It was also alluded about that snow. There is no snow. Now I know snow in Chicago because we get snow.
Right.
I didn't see any snow, but I keep questioning, where is Miss Blue getting her info from? She said, my sources, people keep saying. Well, they're telling you, but you're not telling us.
Right.
And the other problem I had, I finally got to see the TikTok. Okay. It's okay. She was dancing. Miss Blue again became super defensive. And I'm not trying to knock the lady, but I question what she's saying to everyone about this child. Cody's been missing. We all know that. It's clear. But Miss Blue keeps on saying, well, my sources, people, I've been told, you've been told, I've been told. Who's telling you? Make it clear to the rest of us, where are you getting this info from? Because it sounds like you're getting it from a family member that you're not related to. And when I looked at the TikTok, and no disrespect, she did kind of look like the mother. So there looks like some family resemblance there with the mother and Miss Blue. Okay, maybe that's just me. But again, she keeps on saying, my sources, people keep telling me, I was told. Well, who's telling you? Tell the team, tell the rest of us, where are you getting your information from? Because I don't miss one of these shows. I watch everything. I make it a point to get up and look at YouTube to see what they're saying about Cody, and I want to know. Okay, and I watched that chief, and what you're saying about the chief is so very true. And his sharing with the public has been very apparent, and he's been very clear as to what's been going on. You don't need a cadaver dog to smell death in a house. Okay? From my experience, I've worked in law enforcement. I'm a former DCFS worker over 20 years. And some of that stuff, I don't know what goes on in Virginia, but I do know what happens in Illinois. That well-being check, if you ask for one, it will be done. And if they do it on older people, they'll do it for babies. So that's not clear to me either, where she's getting that information. So quit trying to throw a rock and hide your hand. Come on out with us and tell the people, where are you getting your stuff from? Quit saying I was told. Who told you? Why did they tell you and nobody else? You see what I'm saying? I just want to be clear because I feel Miss Blue comes on, and when the stuff is not going or she's not hearing what she likes from the team, she clicks off her camera. Then she clicks back in when it's going her way. And I'm not trying to, pick no fight or nothing like this, but I'm just speaking as an observer who's been watching this every day. And I don't miss the camera shows and everything that the police are saying. Sure, there's some things that they're never going to tell the public until it really hits the fan. You had a lady call in with a lot of information about this case. It sounded like the young lady was someone working closely with the police or the FBI who had a lot of inside information. Miss Blue got very defensive and said, oh no, she's not telling the truth. How does she know? I believe she's being very deceptive with us. I feel she's not sharing the truth with us. And I just think, come on out and tell us the truth about what you really, really know about this family and quit hiding behind what you were told. Be honest and forthright and forthcoming with the people and just say, I know the family. Maybe I'm a family member because she said to you she was not related. It don't sound like she's not related. It sounds like she's got some family relationship because she knows too much personal stuff about this woman, about the mother. So maybe I'm wrong, but that's my gut feeling.
Okay.
And I know when you're working with missing children, a lot of what she's saying, it's not true. I don't know what goes on in Virginia, but I do know from law enforcement and from working with children, she needs to step aside, put all that personal business aside, and be forthcoming with the Codi team and with you because you're doing a marvelous job of trying to get this business out there. But I do believe she's holding back something from us and the truth about this mother. Whether that woman TikToked or danced on her head and spit nickels, the mama ain't gonna come forth nobody. That woman that's yelling on court TV after the court, she ain't gonna come on either. Some other members are truly involved in this because you can tell from the way Miss Blue is talking. So if you pick through what she's saying, Miss Blue is hiding something from us, and I don't feel she's being forthcoming and truthful. SP, it took me a minute to try to find you on my little computer here because I'm not computer savvy and I'm an old broad. And I'm just like, oh God, did I lose her? But that she said what you said. Miss Blue said what you heard her say because I heard her say it. Almost verbatim, I can quote it back to you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to be wrong, but I got a gut feeling my girl is holding out on us, and she's not being the truth, telling us the truth about this family. She's more involved in this family business than she's letting us to believe. And then she'll click off and click back in, click off, click back in. You know, I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. I ain't trying to be the devil's advocate or nothing like that, but I'm just telling you how I feel about what I'm seeing. And
Right.
I'm just a spectator down here in Springfield, Illinois, honey, watching this.
Okay.
And it saddens me when I hear her get on there speaking. And I said, sister girl, you are not telling the truth and you're lying to SP. I
Right.
said, because I can feel it. And she's being too deceptive. So, that's my little point. And I just got into your little chat and I don't know how to get on to this thing, but I'm going to sign up and do all that stuff you're supposed to do when I figure out how to work this thing. But,
Okay. Well, we appreciate you even coming on and just talking to us and just letting us know your feelings and
I just, and it saddens me because I feel she's not being forthcoming and truthful with everybody. And I'm not out there running in the woods and stuff like that because I've seen all kind of clips and pictures and they found her body and they smelled something and that little man was his 757 or whatever, that man with that flag, whatever that boy's name is. But he was running out there. He was running interference. He ran off the water team when they found some stuff. I saw the picture where the police wouldn't even go to the house and check it out. I've seen a lot of videos. That's why I say I watched this. But then when I hear that lady, Miss Blue, come back on, she's throwing a rock and hiding her hand.
Okay.
And I don't like that. Okay. And then don't get defensive with the Codi team because they speak in their mind. They speak in what they feel and they speak in their truth because they're out there. Is she out there? I don't know. But I do know every time she's talking to you, she said, I was told, I've been told. Who's telling her?
Right.
Where is she getting that information from? You see what I'm saying? Because it don't sit well with me. Who's telling you all of these facts and all this juicy gossip? You got to come and give us itsy bitsies of this and little bits of that. it's not truthful and she's not being forthcoming. So I just wish she stop playing with you, stop playing with the team, and be about the business of telling the truth. And quit making up this stuff about all the court say this and the court say that. That mama knows she ain't went and called no police for no well-being check, because I know the police will check. If they check us old folks out, they check out babies. And you know they'll go check out for a baby.
Right.
They got signs up and doing all kinds of things. They'll look for a puppy dog. So if you know the police will look for a dog, they'll look for a baby. But Miss SP, you got to pull Miss Blue, rein her in on the truth.
Okay.
Because it's bothering me.
Okay.
Well, Miss SP, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure to talk with your sister. I said, Lord, I'm gonna get on this thing and tell her. I said, because it drove me crazy. I couldn't find your phone number. And I would say, Lord, help me just get through, navigate my little system. But
well,
I'm
you
glad.
did. You
Well,
did.
girl, it took me a hot minute, because when she got off, I was running around trying to get my laptop going. And I said, that sister knows she full of it. I ain't gonna say what I really want to say, but she gotta stop yanking your chain with, they told me.
Right.
I heard. You heard what? From who?
Right.
Don't get defensive because the mama tick-tocking and twerking. Okay? Everybody grieves differently, but hell, I've lost a lot of people. I ain't getting my big butt on the TV and shake my behind. She ain't gonna go look for the baby. None of them are gonna look for the baby because they all are embedded in this lie. And if they covering up for the daddy, what's done in the dark surely gonna come to the light. And that you can bet your bottom dollar, the Lord gonna reveal it all. And don't be surprised if Miss Blue's name come up in that mix.
Oh, okay.
Now don't you I'm just saying that, but that's how I feel. And Miss Bailey don't be cutting her words when it comes to this show.
Okay.
I love your show. Now that I got up in this thing, I'm going to just log in and they say log in and sign up. I forgot to do all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But I'm glad I got to speak my truth to you. But Miss SP, hold her accountable for her searches and her facts. Because she's not, and believe it or not, I don't believe she's going to tell you. Because now she getting busted. Because I noticed you pinned her down with some questions, and I kept saying, SP, ask her some more, ask her some more. And I noticed she didn't show her face today. She had the blank, okay?
Right.
Now, normally she got her picture up there, because when you see some of her facial expressions, you could tell she's mad. And she'll click that camera off her face. And then she'll click back into you when the team questioned her and she didn't like what Miss K was saying. I don't know Miss K. I don't know none of y'all other than you from watching you on TV every day. I go back and watch you again and again and again, and I be listening to what you're saying, and you don't miss a beat. When you said you was gonna come on Saturday, do you know I was all on the YouTube looking for you? And I kept saying, but she ain't on. I said, I ain't even left this house trying to wait for SP to come on TV. But I'm just saying to you, hold her accountable.
Yes.
Please make her accountable to the team and to you most of all, and to the baby. Quit hiding behind that mama, because the mama gonna lead her down a path that she ain't gonna like. And whoever's sharing these facts with her, somebody's lying.
Okay.
And she's involved in the mix.
Okay.
Okay, now Miss SP, I got on here and don't know how to get my butt off, but it was nice chatting with you.
It was nice chatting with you, Miss Bailey. Thank you.
Okay, now girl, how I get off of here?
I'll help you. I'll help you.
Oh, I say leave the studio, hit that little X.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, darling. Have a good one.
All right.
Hang in there. Y'all doing a great job. And I don't miss your show at all. Okay. Bye-bye, Miss SP.
Bye-bye. Caller, are you on the phone? Yes, I am. Who's calling?
I'm not going
gonna reveal my name at this time, but
Okay.
I want to say that I personally know Corey. As several of us that watch your show knows Corey. Kay knows who I am, and she won't disclose who I am. However, I've known Corey for a lot of years. The first thing I want to address is Miss Bailey is absolutely right. Okay. When you're in the military, you become family. So in the military, we know you more than your family knows you. Never heard of Miss Blue. Don't know who she is, and I just don't believe that she's a family member because I've been deployed with him, around him, and I know his family and people he spoke of. So I don't know. I feel like she is riding someone's coattails and just trying to be a part of something. And I did notice, like, I think it was last week when all the teams was up and Kay was up and then the people was coming on the line praying, her facial gestures while people were praying and turning off her camera, she clearly isn't on that platform to support Cody. So I really don't even like to watch it when she's present. I just want to make that clear. Another thing I want to address is we keep making excuses for the mother. I know Dina. I know all of them. If she could not find her children, if Corey moved and she called and she cannot reach them, she has met too many of us, his friends, his military friends. She's connected through Facebook. She could have reached out to anybody. If you were afraid, I hope you're listening. If you were afraid to contact Corey, you have been around long enough where you could have contacted someone else and we could have inboxed him, called him, and helped you out. So I wish people stop with the excuses. I'm not saying she did something wrong, but stop making excuses for both of them. He was in the military. He knows right from wrong. He has soldiers. He used to tell his soldiers, man up and tell the truth. If you do something wrong, you admit it and tell the truth. So damn it, excuse my French, tell the truth, okay? Whether it was a mistake, no matter what happened, tell the truth for your child. I am so sick of people going back and forth, taking up for parents. Oh, she's grieving. She's not grieving, okay? She's not. Oh, the emphasis is on the father. It should be on both of them. That is correct. Because like I stated, you know too many people that's very close to him that you could have reached out to if you couldn't find your children. And we would have picked up our phones and called him.
Okay, yes.
I'm sick of the excuses. All these family members that's calling in and talking about they're offended. Where y'all been at? Where y'all been at for 21 years? Because I never seen y'all. All I know is Nikki, Tangela, who he used to send money to from Iraq. Where y'all been at? So all these y'all this close-knit family? No, y'all not. Y'all just jumping on the bandwagon. Where y'all been at? Stop it. Stop trying to get a news press. Stop trying to be a part of something. Stop it. Like I said, time will tell what happened. I don't know what happened. I haven't talked to him in a few years since he got out because he did change. He started smoking. He did things. Still, he changed. So when you become a veteran, you tend to break away from people that are still active. You break away from people. But at the end of the day, he needs to tell the truth. Whether he's protecting someone, in my heart, that's what I feel it is. Because there's two people he loves more than anything. Number one is Nikki, Tangela. He loves her to death, his sister. Two, the wife. They like Bonnie and Clyde. Don't matter how many women he slept with. Don't matter none of the stuff he did. She gonna ride for him. If someone did something, you need to speak up for your son. Plain and simple. Like, this is just getting out of control. You have these people searching, spending their own money, taking away time from their children. It's time to speak up. It's time for people to stop going on here. Oh, the mother, stop protecting them. Because she had an opportunity to get her kids before any of this happened. You don't go a year and 2 years without seeing your kids. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. Yes, he was in the military. He is now a veteran. You don't come to the military, but you can go to veteran affairs. There are places that she know of that she could have went to and got assistance if those kids was missing. I'm just sick of all the excuses. It's like, I'm over it. A lot of us have written to him and asked him to tell the truth. You are battled. We got you regardless. But if you messed up, you messed up. But please give this baby closure. Give this baby peace. Like, we need to stop making excuses. Stop it.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm frustrated because when you work with someone for 20 years and you know them and you see everything that's going on, it's just unacceptable.
Right.
And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the women that was in his life, because if y'all were a part of it, y'all need to speak up too, because y'all both got kids by him. Stop it. The sister you wrong. Stop it. If something happened, speak up for that little boy. Stop having these people in the mud and trenches. You got Joe stressed out, the water team. Stop having these people spend all this time, wasting their time. If y'all know where that baby is, tell where that baby is and give everybody closure on this situation.
Yes.
Thank you, Esky.
Thank
You're
you.
doing a
Thank
great
you for
job.
calling in. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm frustrated. I'm just over it. It's, I'm hurt because this is not who he was. And
Okay.
everyone would say, oh, he was mentally. Come on, man. He has high blood pressure. Mental nothing. If he had a mental issue when he first went to jail, that would have came out.
Right.
We all have PTSD. We all have experienced things, but not enough to do anything to our children. I'm sorry. It's no excuse.
Right.
Stop using mental illness and PTSD as an excuse for things. It is no excuse. He never shot nobody. Everybody tell me, oh, he wasn't trained for this. He was a forklift operator at 88 Hotel. He loaded stuff and unloaded stuff. He was not a trained killer. So they need to stop with these false military narratives. You are talking to someone who was only right beside him in Afghanistan, in Iraq. Stop it. He's not a killer. Stop it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for some truth.
All right, SB, you have a great day.
You too. God bless you.
You too.
Yes. Finally, we got some truth, you guys. Woo! Finally, we got some truth. You guys, I got to get off of here. I'm almost 2 hours in. No, we are 2 hours in this live. We're going to come back Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Miss Blue said she was going to come back. I'm going to get the video. We got another video that you guys, we just, man, I feel so much better. We got a new friend in Indiana, didn't even know. And then we've got the caller, trying to talk sense into people, telling them to come out and tell the truth. Somebody got to do something. This don't make no sense, you guys. I'm finna get off of here. My lips is chapped and everything. All right, you guys. Can you guys be good? Let me see. All right. You guys, I will see you Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. We're going to continue this conversation, and we're going to keep Cody's name out there. Did you hear what Chief Mark said? He asked the social media, put it out there, let it be aware, and that's what we're going to do. All right, you guys, be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.
TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all, and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence, knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description, as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.